Battle tested. It's more than a phrase. It's a mindset. It's a badge of honor. It represents people who have been through adversity, pressure, loss, struggle, and had hard seasons. Yet they refuse to quit. Being battle tested means you'll face challenges head on. You learn from your fight. Came out stronger, wiser, a little bit more resilient. It's about the grit, preservation, faith, discipline, and it's about that heart. You might be scarred, but you still standing. You might be tired, but you didn't give up. Battle tested people don't break. We evolve. Let's go.
What is some of the things that happened to you that you really want the world to know?
At the peak of my career, right when I was like at the best of my career, the top of my career, like working with all the top artists at the time, this is when Mo3, Yellow Beezy, Trap BoyFriend, all of them had everything going. I was getting the first interviews with everybody, even out the city. I started trying to do music. In the midst of doing music, I was at the highs of my career. I ended up running into a dude who called himself managing, okay? Me being at the top of my career at the time and being so comfortable at that moment, I wasn't really thinking and having my guards up like I normally do. I was kind of like taking risks. So I kind of took a risk for the first time when I normally don't do shit like that, and I trusted somebody and I believed what they said. Long story short, he pretended like he was managing me, but the whole time he was grooming me.
Hey, what it do? Y'all know what time it is, man. I always want to say this here, man. Y'all welcome to the Battle Tested Podcast. Real story, real people, real situations. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a story to tell. So we want to start it off. This is my first episode, so y'all know what time it is. It gotta be live. It gotta be like on a whole nother level. But most of all, it gotta be real. So today, I got somebody that I brought to the table. I heard her story, and she's gonna tell you a story. But with that being said, I'm not gonna introduce nobody. I like for them to introduce themselves. So with that being said, I want to say this here. Hey, how you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me up here, Dewberry. How you doing?
Everything going great on my end. You know, can you introduce yourself to the world?
You may know me as Avis with the ladies, famous Avis, OG Avis. It's all the same.
Okay, then. Okay. Where you located? Where you from? First of all.
Originally, I'm born and raised from Greenville, North Carolina, but Texas made. I've been here since 9th grade up until now. So basically, I'm from both now at this point because I grew up and was raised in Greenville, North Carolina, but I went to all the high schools here in Dallas and graduated. So I moved here at 14.
Okay, yeah. So you're a Texas native then?
Yeah, basically, but I still represent my hometown because I'm gonna always love my hometown.
Okay, then. Okay, now, man, that's what's up, man. I brought you on the show because you told me your story. Mm-hmm. And when you told me your story, it hit me hard. It hit me hard because I feel like a lot of women don't get an opportunity to express themselves. Mm-hmm. We see a lot of guys express themselves on everything, but most of all, we don't get a chance to hear the women's side of the story.
Right.
And your story is it's very deep.
Yeah.
It's very deep. And the main thing that I want people to understand is this here. This is all the teaching. Mm-hmm. We teaching the world something.
Right.
Because somebody's going through this. Mm-hmm. So I want you to take us on the journey. You know, from Avis.
I'm sorry.
To this day. But I want you to go all the way back and tell us about who you are, what you are. You know what I'm saying? And give us a rundown.
Well, to start out, how everything started here, I originally started out as a video vixen. That's what a lot of people don't know.
Okay, then.
I was in videos for Lil Ronnie, First of all, my memory is a little bad because of the incident, but I'm gonna try the best I can off top. Lil Ronnie, Fat Pimp, Uno Loso, quite a few local Dallas artists. That's the most I could think off the top of my head right now. But I started out as a video vixen, and then after that, I ended up going to broadcasting school out here because I started noticing that Say Cheese was doing interviews. So I was like, okay, you know, I'm good with talking. I got the personality, and people seem to gravitate towards me when I did the video. So I went to American Broadcasting School in Arlington, Texas, and that's where I got my radio and television broadcasting degree in journalism as well. So I started doing my own radio and television show at the time at the school. I'm trying to think how I'm trying to say this. I know y'all can chop it up. Hold on. While I was going to attending the radio and television school, I got the idea to start my own radio and television show, because at the school they give you license to start your own radio or television platform. You get what I'm saying? Or I don't know if I'm saying it right. But anyways, while I was in the school, I ended up meeting Gary with the T. Gary with the T also graduated from that same school. He came to my graduation, and I got the videos and everything on my Instagram. He actually came, he did me a shout out, and he let everyone know I was the star of the school. So I became the star of the school after that. He told me that I reminded him of someone named Tina Marie. So he just always told me to keep going. And he was like, whenever you graduate, I got opportunities here for you at where was it? He's at Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
Okay, so I stayed in contact with him. I never took that opportunity yet because I wanted to build myself. So after I graduated, I took off. I started interviewing everybody on my own. This was without Say Cheese, World Star, or Gutter TV yet. When I first started out by myself. I interviewed Yella Beezy, Trap Boy Freddy, Mo 3, Fat Pimp, Lil Ronnie, Kodak Black's artist. I was on tour with Kodak Black. I bought Rico Reckless. He was here. He was here doing video shoots, but while he was here, he did my interviews, and we built a relationship from there. And that's how I met Bugatti Casinos and the casino family or whatever. Like, that's basically how I got to spread around because of my interviews.
So you was pretty much entwined into the internet, with the industry for the local artists and things.
Yes, I started out with the local artists, and that's how I built to going bigger artists outside. Okay,
so now they go a journey. You doing that.
Yeah.
So when you walk, how did everything turn out?
I'm gonna be honest, with me being a female, being out here in Dallas by myself, it was hard. Because I got a lot of people that didn't respect me. They looked at me like, oh, you a female. We ain't gonna listen to you, we ain't gonna take you serious. And then on top of that, I was an attractive female. So it's like, and then on top of that, can't leave this out, I look white. So a lot of people don't know. My mom was black. I'm black, white, Indian, Irish, Italian, and Spanish mix. My mom is black. My black side raised me. I never knew my white side. But with that being said, a lot of people take me for a joke because they don't really know who I am, where I come from, because I'm from Greenwood, North Carolina. My whole family's there. Mm-hmm. So here, everybody just be like, where'd she come from? Who is her? Like, they don't know because I'm not from here. But going back to what you said.
How was everything far as, coming up, getting into the industry, messing with all the local artists, and going on that journey? And you speak about, how was that? How did it turn out?
Some artists, it was a good experience, and then some it wasn't. Just put it like that. And I'm not gonna name drop or say who was bad or who was good, but I'm just gonna say, it was some artists that was good, some artists that was bad. The experience was good and bad. It was just like, it all depends on who the person was. Everybody's not the same.
Exactly. So along that journey, are you dealing with all the artists, are dealing with this? And like I said, I heard your story. Did you have any kind of major run-ins as far as with the artists or anybody?
Well, the artists, I didn't really have problems with. It was more so like the people in the city that was gatekeeping or call themselves trying to be fake managers or promoters, I guess. That's the problems I really was having. It was the people that was around here in your face acting like they were your friend, but behind your back, they was really blocking your blessings, and you couldn't understand why none of your deals was going through. Mm-hmm. You thinking it's you or you thinking it's bad luck or time, but the whole time it's the people that see your face acting like they like you, but behind your back they hating on you. They trying to block your doors and your blessings. You not understanding what's going on. It's that. So it was a lot of that. Like, and Dallas has a problem with we are the biggest market. We have the biggest platform for artists, really for anybody. We're like the biggest state in the United States. So with that being said, Dallas doesn't get as far as they do because everybody in Dallas want to be somebody. And let me explain that before I say that wrong, for somebody to take it wrong. Anybody could be somebody, but everybody ain't somebody. Everybody got a position. Everybody got a role. Everybody can't be David Ruffin. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Thanks.
Dallas has a problem with that.
Thanks.
Here in Dallas, nobody wants to play their role. Everybody want to be the coach. Everybody want to be the leader. You can't do that. That's where it fucks up in Dallas. That's where the problems come in. Other than that, Dallas would be a awesome market. Dallas, you could thrive in Dallas. Like when I booked the baby when we met and got him to come on the show, what happened? When he came here, what happened? The baby was on.
Yeah.
All you got to do with all the artists I interviewed, once they came to Dallas and I linked them with other artists and they started working with other artists in Texas, they was gone. And I sat back and I realized, I was like, why the fuck we can't do that for our own artists? And I realized we so busy dick riding people that's not from here and congratulating them and helping them get on. We can't even help each other and ourselves because you looking at people that you knew and grew up with and you like, why is you? Why is them? Why not me? Sometimes it ain't that it ain't you. It's just your position is part behind that person to help them. And then that's going to help you. But that's another story for another day because I can go deep down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, and because I want to speak about that because when you speak about dealing with artists, speaking about everything, now you're a female. Mm-hmm. You jumping into a man, really like a lot of guys where they dominate.
Right.
Did you ever run into the situation where the artist was trying to get at you?
Of course. Of course, unless he was gay, men gonna be men, especially in this entertainment. As soon as they see a woman in the entertainment industry, they automatically label you. They don't respect you. They automatically label as either fresh fish or somebody that's already been ran through. You're gonna be one or the other though. They're never gonna respect you as a boss unless you come in there already with a dude that you already established with and he got status and like that.
So did you ever get involved with anything on that level?
Honestly, because I already had enough problems and there was enough problems in the city, I stayed away from the main artists. No, most of the time when I dated anybody, it was people that was related to the artist or working for the artist. I try to stay away from the artist because there's too many problems with the artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too much lights and limelights on you. The people around them can make the same power happen if you fuck with the right people around them.
So how did it, do you, right now, there's somebody out there right now that's watching this interview and they finna get an opportunity to see you get deep into your story. What would you advise another woman just like you, another little girl just like you that's trying to make it in? Would you tell them?
I'm gonna just say, it's not what it all look like. It's not a pretty picture. Yeah, it looked like on television, pretty video vixens and all this and that, but just like the Diddy files and all that that's going on, is way more behind closed doors than what people know. It's smoke behind the mirrors, for sure. This is not, I'm gonna be honest, if I knew what I knew now, I would have never jumped into this shit like I did. I wouldn't have. I would have probably went another route, but what I went through is what made me who I am today. That's what defined the character and branded me into who I am today. So I can't take that back.
So take us on a ride. What's some of the experience that you had to go through along this journey?
When I was doing video vixens, I noticed videos shoots for artists and stuff. I started noticing that the reason what made me hop out of that and start doing something else was mainly because I noticed that every video I was doing, even though I was getting paid, I would still get pressured to have sex. So after a while, I was just like, if this is what I gotta go through just to do this type of job, I'm gonna find something else. I try to boss up even more. And no, I wasn't doing sexual favors for either. Like most of the time, if I like somebody, I like them, but half the time I would turn it down because I just was that type of female. And I noticed too, when I turned down a lot of people after that, our business would be done. So that's another thing. A lot of people out here, they blackball you as a female if you don't do what they want you to do. So, where the fuck am I at? Where am I at, y'all?
No, go ahead. You were speaking about how,
Because, you know, I got brain problems.
Yeah, but when you were speaking about how, when you were doing the videos, how everybody trying to get at you for sexual favors, you know what I'm saying? And then once you didn't do that, they kind of stopped. They didn't want to work with you no more.
Okay, boom, yeah. So when I got tired of doing it, because I won't get paid enough money doing it anyway. People be thinking video vixens get paid a lot of money. They don't. I went to school. I decided at 25 years old, I went back to college. I went to American Broadcasting School. I got my radio and television broadcasting degree in journalism. I started doing interviews. I started getting more respect because now it's kind of harder for a dude to shoot at you when you come bossed up like that. I'm interviewing you. It's not too much. You can, but it's not too much. You got to kind of respect a woman a little bit because you like, okay, she interviewing, you know, she on her shit. So I was getting a little bit more respect. I was bossing up. Everything was going well until people started telling me you can't do video vixen and music and do interviews. You gotta pick one. And I'm like, hold the fuck up. What? That's when shit started going bad. So when people started making me have to pick between which one I had to do, I kind of started going towards music. But before I started going towards music, while I was doing interviews, I started working with Say Cheese, Gutter TV, and World Star, and that opened my platform bigger. I started meeting even more artists. That's how I got to meet Kodak and other people like that. So I'm trying to think how I'm gonna say this story. I know y'all can chop it up. Give me a second. Cause it sound like I'm just saying shit. Hold on.
No, go ahead. No, man, we understand.
And then I'm already fucked up. Okay. Where am I at? What's the question again?
So now we want to know your experience as you come into this industry.
It's so much done happen. I can't even fucking tell you. That's what it is. My brain keep crashing.
But I want you to, do the best you can. Because we're going to get to where the reason why we going through the situation far as, you lost memory and things of this nature.
Okay.
And so I won't, because like I said, man, you have to go through something in order to get through something. So we kind of want to hear that part of your story. Now I want to take a journey with all the experiences that you done went through, with all the things that, you done kind of went through far as in the industry, far as with the relationships, with all those things. I want to ask you this, what is some of the things that happened to you that you really want the world to know?
At the peak of my career, right when I was like at the best of my career, the top of my career, like working with all the top artists at the time. This is when Mo3, Yellow Beezy, Trap Boyfriend, all of them had everything going. I was getting the first interviews with everybody, even out the city. I started trying to do music. In the midst of doing music, I was at the highs of my career. I ended up running into a dude who called himself managing, okay? Me being at the top of my career at the time and being so comfortable at that moment, I wasn't really thinking and having my guards up like I normally do. I was kind of like taking risks. So I kind of took a risk for the first time when I normally don't do shit like that, and I trusted somebody and I believed what they said. Long story short, he pretended like he was managing me, but the whole time he was grooming me. So one night, while I was staying in a home that he had provided me with, Cause that was part of the contract with him being my manager at the time. He was providing me with everything, a house to stay, a car to drive, everything, finance, everything. He was being a real manager. That's why I was food. One night I'm in the house that he had for me, and the way he had a door, mind you, you couldn't get in unless he put the code in his phone. It wasn't no way where you could walk in or walk on your own. Like I always thought about that, but at the same time, I'm being gullible because I'm thinking like, oh, he's my manager. He's just trying to make sure I'm safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just thinking like that because I have never had nothing happen to me before, you know?
Exactly.
So, one night he coming out, I don't know if he was drunk, how, or whatever. He came in the house and I had just came back from recording at the studio with y'all in West Dallas one night. And I walk in the house and I remember he was just real angry. He said something and all I know is he was just like, go in the bathroom, take a shower. And I was like, what? I was like, I'm gonna take a shower when I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay. I'm thinking he just being funny, but he being for real. He like, nah, bitch, go in there and take a shower now. So I look at him because I'm like, oh, he not playing. Something wrong. Like, I'm looking in his eyes. I'm like, damn, he look like he on something, but I don't know. But I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do what he said because this nigga's like 6'4", 6'5", 200-something pounds. He's a big nigga. So, okay, I go in there and take a shower. I come out like everything normal. He in one of the back rooms because they had multiple rooms in the house. He in the back room. I'm going in my room where I normally stay at. Next thing you know, he tell me, don't go in your room. And I'm like, what you mean? I got to tell him. I'm like, what you mean? Because I'm trying to play it off because, like I said, he's never came off on me like that. He was like, what you mean what I mean? So he got up from where he was sitting there in the room, and he walked up on me. And if I'm not mistaken, the man had a gun. So at this point, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck going on. I don't know what he on, but I'm gonna just do what any woman to do that's trying to survive. The worst thing to do at this moment is not do what the nigga wants you to do because he gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather try to do what you say than try to save myself instead of go against what you're saying and make it worse. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if that was smart at the time, but obviously it was because I got out of it. But anyways, long story short, he raped me. He took me in the back room that he had came out of and he raped me. And I never understood afterwards. He acted like it was normal. He was like, here goes some money. You go get a plan B. And I'm just like, huh? So before I can go leave to get a plan B, he was like, as a matter of fact, I'll be back. Wait till I come back to do it. So I'm like, what? So he leave. I can't get out of the house because the way he got the house set up. So I called my mama and my brother. I dropped my pen. They came and got me out the house. I left everything, left anything. I got in the car and never looked back. But that was just the first encounter that I had. And after that had happened, that shit fucked me up. That's when Avis with the latest started fading. But nobody knew because for like a whole year before I sat down, I try to, like I did, I booked the baby show. I kept trying to go. I kept trying to go because I try to fight against that experience because I was like, I'm not finna let that shit make or break me. I survived. You know what I'm saying? I don't have AIDS. I don't have HIV. I ain't got no kids. I survived. So let me keep moving. But unfortunately, right after that happened, my dad ended up dying. So I ain't never known my daddy my whole life, but I ended up getting to talk to my dad right before he died. And we were supposed to mend our relationship. And I was supposed to actually go meet him for the first time that year for Christmas, like a week later. He died 3 days later after we got off the phone.
So you never got a chance to really
No. So, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So, when that happened, that broke me more. So now I done got raped. And now my daddy, my biological daddy that I've been wishing and praying to have a relationship my whole life, died on me as soon as we met. Like, I was torn. So at this point, I was like, I don't want to do shit no more. I don't want to go to Dallas no more. I don't want to see nobody no more. I don't want to do interviews no more. I don't want to do music no more. I was like, I'm done. So I called myself sitting down. I took a break. It was initially supposed to be a break, okay? But during this break, I was vulnerable. Remember, my daddy just died. And I had just got raped a couple months before that. Everything just coming down on me. Mm-hmm. As I'm taking a break, I ran into this young dude, a 26-year-old dude. He was from New Orleans. So at the time I was 30. I'm thinking, oh, you know what? Maybe this my little start. I can finally fuck with somebody that's not from around here. Maybe it might be a new type of vibe or something, because I've never dated nobody from New Orleans, let alone Louisiana. But I always heard, stay away from them. You know what I'm saying? Like, But I don't have no problems with them. I love the action. I love that whole culture. But they get crazy though. He was crazy. So I'm gonna just say, when I met him, I didn't know at the time who he really was. Meaning he was preying on me just like the dude that was my manager was preying on me. But I didn't know yet. The dude, when I first met him, he came off like a young dude that was going to Grambling, all this and that. Then he told me he didn't have no kids. He was driving a little Cadillac at the time. It was paid for. That's what he's telling me. He had his own little apartment across the street, but the whole time it's his sister's house. Just buttering me up and being somebody he's not really. Until he get me reeled in. By this time, we dating for a few months. I'm believing what he's saying he is and who he are, right? One day, my mom called me. And she was like, you need to stop talking to that dude. And I was like, what dude? She was like, the dude you talking to, I'm not gonna say no names. She said, you need to stop talking to him, he the devil. My mom was a preacher. And I was like, Ma, at first I'm thinking she tripping because my mom, she think everybody the devil. She don't like nobody. But I now understand why, because nobody was really the one for me. But she was like, no, I'm telling you, Avis, God already showed me, if you date him, he's gonna kill you. I didn't believe my mama. My mama online. So a couple months later, sure enough, he tried to kill me. So we dating, everything going well. I'm still thinking, like I said, he's a dude from Grambling. He ain't had no kids. He's just a young dude out here starting new, trying to get his life together, to get away from New Orleans murders and messed up environment, just trying to make himself better, right? Come to find out, one night he give me his location and he got mine. He like, I'm going to the studio. I said, okay. The studio was owned by his people at the time. They from New Orleans too. They was all out here together. The studio was over there off of in Dallas. I forgot the name of it, but it's a known studio. Long story short, that night, some just told me like, pop up on him. So he got my location. I got his, so I'm thinking it's cool, it's good, because you the one that told me, here my location, pull up anytime. I ain't doing nothing. Woo, I'm gonna be here for a little bit. Cool. I decided to just pop up. I lie to you not. By the time I got off the elevator, I didn't even get to the door. I guess he was watching my location, seeing me got there. I ain't calling him and telling him nothing. I just popping up. I come out the elevator. He come out the room. He meet me at the elevator. He like, what you doing? And I'm like, coming to see you. Like, what you talking about? Like, how you even know I'm here? He was like, I seen you on the location. I'm like, right then and there, I'm thinking like, why are you tracking me? You know what I'm saying? I'm already throwing like, what you hiding? So I try to go walk in I try to go walk in the studio. The studio had 2 doors. The first door is to walk into a little room, and then the next door is to walk into the extra studio, okay? I get to the door. Before I get to the door, I'm asking him, I'm like, who here? And he was like, nobody. He was just, we recording nothing. He was like, what you want? So I could tell he's acting, weird. So I'm like, I'm about to just go in and chill for a little bit, like you said I could do, and I'm a dip. Next thing you know, I grab the doorknob, and I get half my body weight in the door. Next thing you know, this nigga grabbed my shirt, pulled me back so hard, I flew back out the door. So he flew me back. I turned around, I'm like, what's up? Like, why I can't go in there? This motherfucker decides to he had an iPhone. He decided to take his iPhone, and it had iPhone's made out of glass. He slapped me as hard as he could with the iPhone, like this. That whole shattered my nose. As soon as he did it, just out of survival mode, I just started fighting. I started swinging. I'm like, we started fighting. Like, I ain't give a fuck at this time. I was like, fuck it, you done broke my nose now. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it side down, I don't care. So we still fresh in the relationship. It's still the first year. It's like 8 months in. So we still really don't know each other like that. So I'm fighting. Next thing you know, while we fighting, I could tell he fighting me for real. I'm like, he don't really want me going this motherfucker. It must be a trainee in here or something. So next thing you know, he hit my head on the metal door. Pow! This is where I got the stitches at right here. So I flew back up. I'm still fighting because I'm like, man, I'm not finna let this motherfucker kill me because something wrong because he fighting me for real. Next thing you know, he swung, boom. I hit the side of my head right here and the inside of the metal doorway of the door. Y'all know how hard it is? I still had a dent right here to the rest of my to the end of my life. It's right here. It's a permanent dent where I have permanent brain damage right there from. But boom, When I hit my head on that metal door frame, I just remember I just said, boom, I flew back. All I remember is like, boom, I'm talking about when I flew back my hands like this, I hit my head. I flew straight back on the ground like that, on my head. All I remember is, I lie to y'all not, it was dark. It was black. I don't remember shit. Then next thing you know, I started coming in my head, it was black. I couldn't hear nothing, see nothing. I started saying, Jesus, please don't let me die like this. Please don't let me die like this. Because I felt like I was transitioning. So I was like, Since I was saying, my mama always taught me as a preacher, no matter, as long as you got breath in your body, a mind, anything happen, you start praying to God. So I started praying. Next thing you know, before I came back, opened my eyes, I could hear. Why this motherfucker standing over me on the phone with his mama and the ones telling my mom, I think y'all gonna have to come get me. I think I killed Avis. So I opened my eyes and I raised up. Like nothing happened now with blood leaking everywhere, like somebody got shot. Raised up, scared the shit out of him. And I'm like, motherfucker, you was gonna leave me to die? And he jumps up and he was like, Mom, let me call you back. You all right? You all right? He tried to play like he really was worried about me. Mom, you didn't realize I was on that ground dead listening to you the whole time. You was finna leave me for dead. I should have left the motherfucker alone then, but I didn't. So boom.
So after that situation, you still got back with him?
I'm gonna tell you what happened. So me being vulnerable, me being raped, me going through what I'm going through, my mind is not right. And me not acknowledging that, being able to see the signs because I'm so vulnerable at the time, I went back with him because I let him talk me into thinking, oh, I wouldn't have did that to you if you didn't start swinging and fighting on me. Like, I didn't know you yet, you didn't know me. So he made it like it was an accident. So I was vulnerable enough to trick myself into thinking like, maybe that wouldn't have happened if I wasn't swinging crazy like that. Or maybe I did hit my own head or something. You know what I'm saying? He tried to make it like, you only did it because you were swinging well. So I let it go. But that was the worst. Before I say that, I'm going to just say when I got to the hospital, because I got to say this. I went in and out of a concussion. I drove myself to the hospital. I went in and out of a concussion. I almost wrecked my car trying to drive myself to Baylor Hospital. When I got to Baylor Hospital, they interrogated me. The police interrogated me for an hour before they helped me. They wanted me to tell them what happened to me because of my injuries. The injuries I had got that night, I had 2 black eyes. I had to get stitches in my forehead. I was this far from the meat on my skull. Right here where the metal pole hit, I have permanent short-term memory damage on this side now. I can't remember faces and short stuff anymore. He had broke my back molar tooth. He had shattered my nose. He had busted my lip. He had a misaligned my jaw. I had bleeding out the ear. I had bleeding on the brain. Basically, long story short, when they got done talking to me, the nurse came in and stitched me up and told me, she said, I don't know who you is. I don't know what happened. I don't care. She said, but you a strong woman. She said the injuries that you sufficed, she said, is the same injuries of you hitting an 18-wheeler head-on-head collision. She said, you're not supposed to be alive today. She said, let alone you're not supposed to be sitting here able to just talk regular. She was like, God got a calling for you. It was a black nurse, it stuck with me from then on. So after that, I tried to get back with him because people don't understand how narcissists work. He was a person where he would do credit checks on my family. And he would reach to my family members and harass them, send them news of me, stuff like that. Like, he would send news to my mom. Like, he was one of them. He wasn't trying to let me go so easily. Even when I tried to leave after that, he was one of them where he wasn't trying to let me go so easily. He kicked in my doors everywhere I was moving to. He was kicking in my doors. He messed up all 4 of my cars. Like, he was flatting my tires. He would bust my windows. He would put white bitch, fat bitch. Like, the police wouldn't do nothing. So I did this for 4 years. Sorry, I did this for 3 years. The 4th year, I got tired. After all that, after running for my life, making police reports, they couldn't do nothing. Oh, he's not here. We don't have proof. I got tired. So it was finally to the point where I said, okay, I'm going to either have to kill him or he going to kill me. So one day I put cameras in my house. I got smart. I put cameras in my house. That last time he kicked in my door, that last time he did the crazy shit, He jumped on me, strangled me, beat me, choked me, spit in my face. Cameras caught it. I played my cool because I could tell that time was different from the first time. I could tell that time he actually was going to try to kill me. So after I made it out that situation, as soon as he got out the house, I went to the police and I took them the video. That's when they finally got him and did something about it. And that's how he's now in jail. And I was able to sue him and move on with my life, finally get help. But if I didn't survive all the way up until then and was smarter to put cameras in my house, he would have killed me.
It's an audience out there. It's a woman out there right now that's going through the same thing you're going through. That's experiencing abuse. Mm-hmm. That's experiencing being jumped on. And they going right back to the same person.
Because, I'm going to explain why. Because I had to learn this. Because I used to be the bitch that, I used to be the woman that'd be like, see women getting abused or done something. I'd be like, that'll never be me. That could never be me. It was me. And I'm going to tell you why. When you become a victim of abuse, your mind goes into something what they call fight or flight mode. Meaning you're no longer thinking regular. Your chemical imbalance in your brain is not working normal no more. That's why when women are being battered and abused, you can't go to your family and your friends because they even get tired of you after a while because they don't understand the cycle of abuse. It mentally fucks us up. We're not normal until we actually get away from it. It's a sickness. You really go into this mode where your mind is sick. So it's like until you get strong enough and you finally say, I want to live, I don't want this no more, and you really take the steps to do it, actually put that person in jail, press charges, get the help from the state, get relocated, change, whatever you have to do. Once you really start doing that, you're not really ready to move on. And that's where a lot of people get killed too because people don't believe them because they keep going back. But no, in reality, you should help them because they really trying to leave. But the sickness in our mind at the time, we feel like our comfort zone is that person.
So do you feel like he took away your confidence?
Yes, he took away a lot of shit. I didn't know who I was for a long time. I'm just now getting back to a little bit of who I was. I'm not even nowhere near there. I'm in therapy. I'm getting counseling. They done put me on medication for PTSD, bipolar depression, anxiety, depression. Like, I'm on a lot of shit, but I believe in God. And that's what got me through everything, believe it or not. I was in there when he would be sleeping in the room with me, when I was stuck with him. Because, see, people don't understand, he was holding me hostage. Even when the law did get involved, when I finally did get the police on him, a year or two after that, he still held me hostage.
How did he have you hostage?
Because I was still mentally messed up. I was still trying to protect him. I was still in that zone in my mind. Like, no, I don't want nothing to happen to him. You know what I'm saying?
So it's not love, it's a whole nother kind of feeling.
Yeah, it's not love. It's like, it's a certain antidote that your brain gives off when you get this feeling. It's fucked up, but it's like a high. It's a certain antidote that you get from the highs and the lows and the highs and the lows of the person that you get addicted to. And you start thinking that is love. And if you don't be getting that high and the low and the high and the low, you'll start thinking it's not love. It's just a pattern in a way a narcissist build you. Abuser builds their victim into being. So you won't leave them. And then 9 times out of 10, when you do end up trying to leave them, they do try to kill you. It don't even literally be on purpose. It just be so much anger and them want to be in so much control. They do it. Like every time I try to leave him, he try to hurt me. He try to kill me.
So did that make you say, you know what? Let me just endure everything?
I did, yes. Because I thought eventually one day I was going to get away. I thought if I just endure it, he's gonna stop her and I'm gonna be able to get away on my own. It didn't go like that. I had to actually put cameras in my house to get the police involved and actually like set up a case. Like it wasn't happening. It wasn't going to happen.
If you were to replay everything back from the beginning of the first time he put his hands on you, what would you do now?
I would have left, like my mama told me. Because my mama told me that before he even did that.
You know what? I'm happy you said that because a lot of people look at our mother and we really think that mama just don't know, don't understand, and don't like. We think our mothers are just, they don't know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I think a mother intuition is the best intuition in the world.
Yeah, because they already experienced it before you. They just trying to tell you.
So, and it's like I'm saying this because it's people out there that need to hear this story.
Mm-hmm.
It's women out there right now that's going through being controlled.
Yeah.
They being controlled because of money. They being controlled because of all the other things. And when the mother speak, they look at them like, you don't know what you're saying. And you was a story of saying, hey, man, sometimes it's okay to listen to mama. Sometimes it's
It'll
okay.
save your life sometimes.
Sometimes it's okay to look at the bigger picture and not the little picture. Because the small signs is something that you really need to see.
Right.
So, and I speak to you, right? With everything that you've gone through with being raped, was that your first time ever being molested?
I'm gonna be honest. I was molested when I was young. I was molested up till I was 3. I just don't want to say by who because our family don't want to talk about that. But I was molested up till I was 3.
You said till you were 3?
Yes.
Oh man, that's crazy.
And supposedly it was my dad. I'm gonna just say it. Fuck it. It was supposed to be my dad. That's why I couldn't be around my dad. It's a lot of fucked up shit.
So, did you like? Oh man, that's deep. That's deep. Can you even remember that?
I do. That's what's crazy. I just don't remember who it was. But yeah, I remember that shit because what's crazy is my mom, of course, well, my family story is crazy. I really can't go too deep in it because my granddaddy was a 33-degree Mason. I'm an Eastern Star. So it's a lot of stuff I can't really speak on. But my mom knew, and since my granddad was who he was, my mom was 17 at the time, my dad was 43. She was a virgin. And he basically took advantage of my mom and got her pregnant and never seen her again. After he got her pregnant until I was born. And then she was letting me go with him to build a bond with him, even though they were doing the best with each other. Up until I was 3, she said one day his sister came into her job and was like, hey, don't be letting your daughter go with her daddy no more. And my mom was like, why not? She was like, he's been molesting one of his other daughters. So my mom was like, what? So she immediately took me away from him. And that's when she started to notice. She said she noticed, with the family to this day, they even noticed, I started hunching the corner of things. I'm 3 years old. How do I know how to make myself aroused? How do I know my private part? How do I know to take my cousins or my other family members and try to touch their private parts and put their private parts where mine is? I'm 3 years old. That's when my mama knew she's not lying. So she never told me. She never told the family. She waited till he died. That's why you understand now why I was so vulnerable when I ended up meeting that dude. Because when my daddy died, I found out the truth about me.
I
never knew.
And oh man, this is sad because you never got an opportunity to really just to have a father figure.
No.
So I feel like as I listen to your story and everything you went down, you just wanted somebody to be there for you.
I'm gonna be honest. Fuck my daddy not being there. The biggest issue I had growing up was me looking white and I'm black. A lot of black people don't like me and accept me because my black is not they black. When black is like 5, 6 different shades. That's where a lot of my problems came from. It really didn't have nothing to do with my daddy. I was good. It was just the fact you looked at white. I look white. My mama's black. So you not being in my life, that shit made it even worse.
And then you got a lot of trauma going on mentally.
Especially with what the fuck you did to me, and I never got counseling or nothing for it. My mama should have put me in counseling, but I don't blame her. Like I said, I forgave my mom. We way past it. We very good today. But for a long time, I did have a lot against my mama for a long time.
So, oh man, it's sad because you got a void in your life. There was a major void in your life, far as you trying to move forward.
Right.
After enduring this as a kid,
right,
growing up,
right,
the way you grew up. Then as you get older, then you get molested again. Mm-hmm. Then as you get older, then here it comes, you get beat on, but you don't leave, you stay.
Right.
You don't leave, you stay because you feel like,
I'm thinking it's love.
You thinking like he loved me.
A man loved me.
He don't want to let me go. He treated me.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was love because I was so vulnerable and I didn't have a dad my whole life. I never got to experience what a man's love really was from a healthy perspective, from somebody that genuinely cared about me. Damn. I've always been independent on my own. I'm the oldest of 3. My mama was a single mom. We all got different dads. So I had to raise my brother and sister. On top of that, be my mom's husband. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. Shit been hard. It's like my story, it's not regular. But at the same time, I don't sit around here and mope about it either. I don't try to make nobody feel bad about me.
I want you to know that your story is a story that somebody's going through right now. Mm-hmm. And that's the reason why you right here on this couch with me. Because on this platform, I want to start making people think. It's okay to leave.
No, facts. It'll save your life.
It's okay to walk away. It's okay to find yourself. It's okay to realize that there's nobody for you but you.
Right.
When you look in the mirror, you got to work on you.
Right.
But as a child, we need somebody to look up to. And sometimes when I look at a lot of women, it be the father. Mm-hmm. They look up to the father because the father's going to give you what to look for in a man and what not to look for in a man. And when I heard your story, you never received that.
That's why I tell people all the time, even men that I date, because men be like, why you act like a dude? Like, not a dude, but people say all the time, I act like I have no heart. Not like that, but they be like, why you so like nonchalant, or why it's so hard to get through you? Why? Cause the first man that broke my heart was my dad. Why would I trust y'all? I couldn't even trust my dad. You know what I'm saying? So,
but I want you to hold on for a second. I want you to say that again.
I said the first man that broke my heart was my own dad. So why would I let any other man close to me?
That's a real story. That's a true story. That's a true story. And I think that's what's wrong with a lot of young women nowadays. Mm-hmm. Because fathers has been so absent.
Mm-hmm. Girls not looking for love no more, they looking for a daddy. Mm. And men ain't looking for love no more, they looking for help, or they looking for a mama. Like, shit fucked up. Mm. Like, everything's fucked up. It ain't just him. The whole world is fucked up now. Shit is messed up.
And then you said, and another thing that I wanna show, I wanna elaborate on is, through everything you went through, you said, I just wanted to mend things with my daddy. Mm-hmm. What words would you tell your dad? Like, what would you tell your dad?
Well, what's crazy is, it's finna fuck you up. I didn't even know about the shit, what he did yet, right?
Okay.
Something on my heart just told me, go find your dad and call him. So I found my sisters on his side, and they gave me his number, and I was calling him. I didn't know he was on his deathbed. I didn't know none of this. I just did what God told me to do. I called him. We sat on the phone for 2 hours and we talked. We both cried on the phone. We were saying how we want to mend our relationship, make a relationship, start being together, and start building. I didn't know what he had did to me yet, but he did. That's why he was crying on the phone, and I didn't understand, though. You know what I'm saying? Mm. He died 2 days later. We were supposed to see each other that weekend for Christmas. He ended up dying. When the funeral happened, I wasn't even finna go to the funeral because I didn't know that man. Like, I was so numb. I was like, cool, I got to talk to him, but I'm not going to the funeral. I don't know them white people. I don't care about them like that. I was like, I got what I needed. I'm cool. My mama came to me. She said, no, you need to go. And I was just looking at her because I know my mom. She had this look, and I was like, what you mean? She said, Ava, this is something you need to know. She said, I'm going to pay for you to go, but you need to go see your family on that side. So I went. I almost wasn't finna go. I literally flew in and went straight to the funeral with what I had on off the plane. And I had my arm in a casket and everything because I had something was wrong with my right arm at the time. I had to get surgery on my finger. It was a long story about that. But I walked in. Long story short, I got inside there. They had pictures of me. Good white people knew me. They knew my name. They knew my mom. Like, they once upon a time was around me and I don't remember. So one of the sisters particularly, the oldest one, her name is Mary Alice. She's like 50, finna be 60, I guess. She's our oldest sister. She put me to the side of the funeral and she said, I need to tell you something about Daddy. The other sister kept saying, don't listen to her. Don't talk to her. I talked to her anyway. And she told me, she said, Daddy was molesting me and some of your other sisters, but they're not going to tell you that. She said, but I need to tell you because I need you to know who our daddy really was. She said, I love our daddy, but she said, Daddy was my first. Daddy was my first love. He broke her virginity. He was molesting her from her being 13, then she said to 16, 17, and she got pregnant. That's how my mama found out. He disowned her from the family. Kicked her in her head one day and said, if you ever tell anybody about that, I'll kill you. Outcasted her. Until he died, never talked to her again. Because she tried to tell her mom and everybody about what he did. She told me about that. I went home and told my mama. My mama said, that's why I took you away. That's why I didn't let you see your dad. I could never tell you. And she said, it breaks my heart. I'm glad that he did die. Because I always wanted to tell you. She said, but they been told me. That's why I took you from him. Killed me. It killed me. Fucked me up. Like, I lost my identity. I was like, what the fuck?
That's deep.
That's what made me fuck with the wrong person. Because normally I don't do shit like that.
That's deep. That make you become vulnerable.
I was very vulnerable.
It makes you become like you don't have an identity no more. There's oh man, that's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep. Man, that's deep. And man, that's deep, man. Yeah. It's so much that you want to say. And there's so many fingers you want to point. But the reality of it is, this is real.
Mm-hmm. And I ain't never spoke about this or talked about it because at the end of the day, you don't want to embarrass people. You don't even want to admit to shit like that. But I'm going to be real. This is my story. This is my life. I can't keep running from it. You know? So hopefully it'll help people. Hopefully it'll encourage people. Hopefully it'll show people, you know, you ain't alone. You could do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at me. I started out, went through all that shit, and look at me now. I'm going to be honest. If I didn't go through that shit I went through, I would not be who I am today.
And that's what I want to say. The reason why I created this platform, Battle Tested. People see the word Battle Tested, the first thing come to their mind is the tough guy image. This platform is about people like you that done went through that struggle. Mm-hmm. That went through pain, that had to go through agony, that had to go through it in order just one day to say, you know what? I can't worry about everybody else. Mm-hmm. I gotta look in the mirror and look at myself. I gotta find me. I gotta find me. I gotta be the best version of myself before I can be the best version of anything else or somebody else.
Mm-hmm. And see, that ain't even the bad part with the dude that I was dating that shat in my face. It's another little part to that I left out. Another reason why it was so hard for me to get away from him is because I couldn't figure out how he kept finding out my business, like my information, like anything about me, my house, my phone, anything, just where I work, whatever I had going on. Come to find out he was fucking my little sister.
Hold on. So you mean to tell me
my blood little sister that I raised, she's never got along with me my whole life, but I didn't think she hated me that bad. So let me tell you how I found out. One day I let her and her boyfriend stay with me and him one day for like a month because I was trying to help her because it's my little sister. I guess her and my ex at the time slept around in the house while me and her boyfriend was gone one day because one day, the day he actually went to jail for putting his hands on me on that video, she just popped. That was the same day as her birthday, coincidentally. And she just popped up that morning. As soon as he went to jail, she popped up. And when she popped up, she didn't say, it's my birthday and nothing like that. The first thing she said when I opened the door was, make sure you take that part out. She said, where's that person? His name, because I don't want to say his name. She said, where's he? I'm like, why are you asking about him for? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but he in jail. But what's up? Oh, it's my birthday. I'm just coming to see you. That shit was weird to me. You know what I'm saying? I should have knew something was up there by then. While we talking, next thing you know, we get into it. And she said, yeah, that's why I fucked your nigga in your house. That's why he don't like you. I don't know why you keep fucking with him. He don't fuck with you. I said, I literally looked at her and I said, what'd you say? She said, bitch, you heard what I said. I said, no, I want to make sure you really said what you just said. I had cameras in my house too. I still had cameras in my house, right? Recording everything we talking about. She was like, you heard what I said. She started recording me with her phone. She's talking about, if you touch me, you going to jail. I turned around, I grabbed something. I can't remember what I grabbed. She ran out the door. I ran after her. It was only by the grace of God that I didn't catch my sister going down the stairs. I was going to kick her down the flight of stairs. She ended up making it away. Long story short, she ended up coming back telling me and my mom, my family, oh, I just said it because I was angry. I just said it because I was mad. I would never do that. I would never do that. I don't trust you, but I'm going to keep my eyes on you because I ain't got proof yet, but I'm going to keep my eyes on you. Cool. That was 2 years ago, right? This year, after he finally went to jail, I couldn't handle it no more because he kept telling me, sending me fake messages for fake pages this year. Even after going to jail, like, he don't care. This is how fucked up he is. Sending me fake pages and stuff, and he was like, that's why your sister fuck with me. And your sister be sucking my dick, or shut up, bitch, I'll make your sister suck my dick, or fuck your sister again. Stuff like that. Hold on, before I say that. Before we had finished, I officially got away from him. I finally caught an STD from him. He never gave me nothing. He ended up giving me chlamydia and BV. What's crazy is, after that happened, mind you, my family didn't think I'm not fucking with him no more. Because I'm hiding with him and nobody knows, even the police, because I'm not supposed to be fucking with him. I ended up catching BV chlamydia. My sister called me. This 2 years later now. This like last year. My sister called me and she like, out of nowhere, I'm with him. He's sitting in the seat next to me. I put on speakerphone. She like, what you doing? I was like, nothing, chilling, what's up? You still fuck with such? And I'm like, no, why? He's sitting beside me. Cause I want to see what you about to say and I want him to hear it. Don't fuck with him no more, he dirty. I was like, why you say that though? She was like, I can't explain it right now. I'm gonna call you back later and tell you. But she was like, don't fuck with him no more, he dirty. I had chlamydia and BV at that time, remember? Mind you, I had chlamydia and BV. Never had nothing from him before. Went on my mama's house a couple days later. Went through my sister's shit because she was staying with my mom at the time, and her stuff was in my mom's bathroom. She had some antibiotics in there. Guess what the antibiotics was for? The same date and time for the same shit me and him had. So automatically in my head, I'm like, it can't be so. I'm still thinking in my head like, nah, it's a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? So this year, after he go to jail, I finally get smart. I told my sister, I said, look, I'll pay you $500 cash if you take a polygraph test at the Tarrant County Courthouse with me, with a detective. She's so stupid she did it because she thinking she got outsmart a polygraph. I don't know if she didn't know how it worked. I don't know if she didn't care. I think she was so focused on the money. She did it. Now, me being me, if I know I've done something, I don't give a damn. I'm going to do whatever I can not to take that damn polygraph. You hear me? My stomach hurt. I can't make it. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking that polygraph. If I know I did some shit that you about to ask me about, because you gonna fail. That's what people don't understand. You cannot cheat a polygraph test, fam. You can't. I've took one, like the shit is real. So boom, we get to the polygraph place. They send her up. she asked my mom a question because our mama with us. She like, Mom, this real? My mom was like, yes, Amber. That's my sister. She like, yes, it's real. So she was like, okay. She was like, I don't care. Ask me whatever you want to ask me. I don't care. I'm a pass. Just make sure you have my money ready. Cool. He tells us to step out the detective while he do a polygraph. The 4 questions they asked her was, have you ever had sexual relationships or had contact with the dude, with your sister's ex-boyfriend, anytime without her knowing? She said no, right? The second question was, have you ever stole money from your sister? Because she stole money from me earlier this year, and I told my mom, but my mom ain't believe me. I put that in there. She said no. And another question was some shit like, basically like, I can't remember all the questions, but they all pinpointed for me to know we put his name in, okay? She failed with a 99.8%, 99.85%. I mean, 99.85%. What that tell you?
Shit. Man, she been on the roller coaster ride.
So when that came out, that was just a couple months ago. I went to North Carolina. I went to see my family, and I had them pray over me, and I cleansed my whole mind. I started completely over. I realized then, I said, this journey is going to be different. This journey going to be deep, because not only now do I not know that you can't even trust people that you don't know, you can't even trust your family. So this whole situation, that's why I try to tell people, this whole thing, it ain't just domestic violence. It's like somebody tried to destroy me. He couldn't get me, so he started trying to date people or fuck people around close to me. She wasn't the only person. I done fell out with a couple girls that I thought was my friend from high school that let him fuck them. Why would you let a nigga that beat me fuck you? And you supposed to be my friend? Oh, bitch, we ain't friends. I don't know you like that. The fuck? Like, I've had a lot of that. He's that evil. Hoes right here, let him do it. But see, I needed that. I need to know who the fuck with me and really don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't need y'all around me. Y'all holding up my blessings. Y'all in the way. You know what I'm saying? Opportunists. Monitoring spirits.
Just want to be down.
Just want to be down, want to be around for the crown. Because they can't do it on their own. Opportunities. So, I'm here today to tell my story because, like I said, I want to help people. But not only that, I want to touch people's hearts and let them know, you know, what I've been through. I didn't go away because I fell off or I didn't want to do shit no more. I really had to go away to get my life together because my life was in danger. I had somebody try to kill me.
That's sad. So right now, who you are, so what do you got planned on now?
Well, see, with that situation happening to me, this is my first year actually being outside and healing and finally being away from that. I had enrolled in college, back in college again last year, and I got my registered dental assistant license. So I do teeth now. I have my own dental clinic where I do braces, teeth whitening, teeth gems, teeth cleanings. And on top of that, I just graduated from there this year in July, got my degree. Now I'm in school again now. I'm going to be a detective. I'm in criminology. So I just been taking everything I've been through, and I just been putting the energy into something positive. I've been just nonstop doing positive things. Even if that means I stay in school, so be it. Like, I'm just keeping myself focused on positive things and keep doing things so I don't think about the shit. Because if I sit back and think about the shit, I would be in the crazy house. I would be smiling in my mugshot. I would be on medication. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fighting against all that.
So with that being said, I want to say that, man, I want to say appreciate you. And your story will be heard and it will be touching because it touched me. Because right now in the world we live in, I feel like that we don't get the opportunity to hear the real stories no more.
Right.
So with you being able to break down everything you broke down, I want to say, man, thank you. So it's a little girl out there right now. She's pretty much going through the same thing you're going through. Can you please give us some words of advice?
If you got parents who are still alive and they're in your life and they're telling you right from wrong and they're trying to guide you, listen to them. They're not telling you because they want to tell you or they got time to tell you. No, they're telling you because they care. They're telling you because they can see shit that we can't see sometimes. And I'm going to just say, don't look for love. Focus on yourself. Get your money. Love will find you. Like, that was my biggest problem. But I got that, like I said, from issues with my dad and all that. Love will get you killed. Straight up. You gotta focus. You gotta, first and foremost, follow God. Get a relationship with God. Because God gonna open your eyes and ears to stuff that regular people can't see and hear. That's the first thing. Once you get in tune with that, wisdom and the spiritual protection come with it. You good. Like I said, but just focus on yourself. Focus on your health. Focus on your finances. Focus on school. Try to do things for yourself first. Get established before you start having babies or dating. I wish I had knew what I knew now back then, because I would have never been looking for love. That was my problem. So, yeah, now I got it together now, though. Nobody ain't gonna play with me now.
No, real talk. This is a perfect example of what I tell everybody what being battle test is mostly about. It's not about what you went through. It's about what you're gonna do in order to get out of it. And as I heard your story, you went through a lot. Oh, man, you went through a lot. Just to see you here, to see you focus, to see you thinking, to see you moving forward with your life, all I want to say is you've been battle tested. Stay focused.
That's all I can do.
And we out of here.